Hey, everybody, it's the coach. This is Madden Football on EA.
Coach, the rain is falling, the fans are soaked, but here's the bottom line. We've got football at M&T Bank Stadium in Baltimore, Maryland. Today, it's the opener of a new NFL season between the Minnesota Vikings and the Baltimore Ravens. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. So here come the Ravens now ready to get... Football for the first time. As we get a look at a guy who grew up in Florida, played his college ball, of course, in Louisville. It's the electric Lamar Jackson. Jackson on first down. That's caught by the former Sooner, Mark Andrews. The game's first play produces 6 yards, brings up second down. They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. Now some movement before the snap. And we'll hear from our referee for the first time this afternoon. A bad start there, a big loss on their first play from scrimmage. It's second down. On second down now. Dobbins. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. It's a loss of 2, now third down. Little trouble thus far on their opening drive as they come up on a 3rd and 11. From the gun, Jackson. And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And a good job defensively. They stop him short of the first at the 32. They'll give him 8 on the play, and that's going to bring up a 4th down. And at his size, he's a smaller back. You can get him to football. He can kind of get lost, make someone miss. It's good for him.
Yeah, it's great for him. I like what you said there. Sometimes he gets lost in the traffic a little bit, but get him out in the open field into some space. That plays to his strengths the best and keeps him out of it where all the big boys are. You know, they can make someone miss in the open field.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Prescott, and that'll be incomplete. Great coverage there all around. Really didn't have many options to throw the football.
Very little chance that one was going to be completed. Every receiver was locked up.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from about the 32. Throwing, Prescott. And able to find Allen Lazard. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down.
That's tough to play zone defense when they can just curl up right there in front of you.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, we talk about finding the soft spot. Defensively, how do you make sure they don't find the soft spot like they did there?
Tough to do, because what they normally will do is run routes that will pull you out of that spot they want to get into. That's what we call not taking the cheese, right?
And the Raven pressure too much. Down he goes. And I guess, partner, you call that a coverage sack.
Oh, without a doubt, because where did he have to go with the football? I know everybody wants to get on him about, hey, get rid of the football. You had too much time in the pocket. But he's scanning the field, nowhere to go, and that allowed the pressure to ultimately get to him.
And you can't do it much better than that. This ball kicks out of bounds at the 4-yard line.
That is how you flip field position. That's an absolute bomb of a punt. Downs it inside the 5-yard line. Absolutely ideal.
From that position, you're hoping to get him down inside the 15, inside the 5. Superb. And they'll get him down up past the 15. 12 yards to pick up there. Good for a Raven first. So that last play gives him a little more space now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 16-yard line. Now a handoff here to his running back. And not a whole lot to speak of there as they'll bring him down shy of the 20. A gain of 3, 2nd down. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. And a former Heisman winner. This is Mark Ingram trying to turn the corner, but he's going to be stopped right near the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the play, and they're left with a 3rd and 8. Quickly now a look at the defensive starters for Minnesota.
Harrison Smith's play has been so good in the NFL that he demands the respect of everyone. And I remember a couple of years ago when we talked about the top safeties, his name didn't come up in the first group. It does now. I remember doing a game a couple of years ago where the Rams were trying a lot of razzle-dazzle stuff. And Mike Zimmer, his head coach, pretty much said, sickle to Harrison Smith, and he ended that in a hurry. He can play close to the line of scrimmage, can also cover deep.
They'll run on 1st down. Dobbins. Call it a gain of 4 on 1st, and that'll make it 2nd down. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Now a give, right side. Dobbins, and he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. That one a 1st down pickup of 8.
And there we see an early burst that makes him one of the leading rushers in the league.
Well, I want you to know, I listened to you yesterday when we were watching film. You said write down the word vision for him. It was on display there, wasn't it?
It certainly was, because he allows the blocks to set up in front of him. And if that continues, it'll be a long afternoon for those guys trying to play some defense.
It'll wind up being a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd and 12. On 2nd and 12, Jackson throwing right, and that's complete. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. That one good for 13 and a Raven 1st down. On 1st down, Dobbins. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. We're scoreless after 1. Second quarter now from Baltimore. It's the Ravens in possession. On 2nd and 9, Jackson, as they're looking at a 2nd down and 9 to go. That's good for a Raven 1st down, 15 yards there.
And there's a completion to the tight end. And look at the size of these players nowadays. At that spot, 6'4", 6'5", and up. A lot of guys used to be basketball players. Somehow came back to football. That's really good for the game of football. You're getting better athleticism, great hand-eye coordination, guys who know how to control their bodies when they run their routes.
Right there, 54, right there, 54 miles.
Throwing on 2nd and 14. Jackson has got his man. It's Andrews. And he'll be brought down at the 27-yard line. It's a pickup of 12, and that'll set up a third down. 3rd and 2. Here's Jackson. Oh, they would have gotten the conversion if he could hold on. Instead, the drop means it'll be 4th down. More problems here on 3rd down. They've converted only once so far in this first half.
And you know as well as I do in this league, if you don't win on 3rd down, it makes it hard to win a ball game because then you're relying on your defense, you're relying on your special teams. You've got to get it done with your offensive unit.
So they get the field goal, but that was a 14-play drive to get 3.
It sounds like you're going negative on me.
I was.
It sounds like you're thinking the 3's just not that good.
And people say that we're negative sometimes. So.
Well, here's the deal. Getting the 3 is good. Obviously, you would think on a 14-play drive you're going to get 6 out of it. But that type of a drive can pay dividends later on because you might wear the defense down.
They'll start out here with a jet sweep. And he's got her own. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. A good pickup there, 21 yards.
This is one of those plays that could go either way, but we've seen the influence of the college game now in the NFL, where we're seeing more and more of these plays run, and that one went for a big gain.
1st down, Prescott. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down. So 2nd down, still 10 yards to go. Ball on the 43. Looking to throw. Prescott setting up the screen for Cook. And he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40.
Time to give a little credit here. That was an excellent read by the guys on the defensive side of the ball.
Oh, you're crediting your defense.
Got to credit them on that one because they tried to fool them, right? Tried to trick them. Ran a screen, and they went to it and smothered it for a loss of yardage.
Prescott to throw it. And that is incomplete. Defensively, that's Earl Thomas, the all-pro safety, knocking it free.
Certainly looked like they were getting ready to convert there on 3rd down, but what an effort to get his hand on that one, knock it away, and brings up a 4th down decision.
On is the punt team now as this one's sent away. We'll call that a punt of 38 yards officially, and the Ravens, they'll take over. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. And thus far, the weather has not slowed this offense down one bit. They've looked good so far in the first half.
They certainly have. And think back to our meeting with the head coach. And we asked him because we saw the forecast for this game, didn't we? We said, hey, have you prepared for this? And he talked about the different drills that they've done in adverse conditions, the wet ball drills, things of that nature. He said, I don't think it's going to slow us down much. We tend to handle it pretty well, and he's been right.
They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete. The Ravens on 3rd down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. Now it's Jackson. And almost picked off. I guess the good news for them now, it's 4th down.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
Nearly a huge return, as it is. Still a very good one. 24 yards. And the Vikings will take over here, 1st and 10. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. It hasn't gone particularly well for them. That's obvious. In these conditions, no points so far. They've got to get that offense on track. The question, how do they do it?
It is the age-old question, isn't it? And to me, finding a way to make sure your playmakers touch the ball without it being too exotic. Meaning you don't have to go deep down the field. Maybe you hit them on those short passes on the perimeter. Make sure you just turn around and hand it to your best runner and get out of the way. Don't cause any extra stress on your offense.
Calling a loss of 2 on the play. And just like that, it's 3rd down. On 3rd down, it's Prescott. He's got a man. It's Williams. It's a gain of 16, and the Vikings have the 1st down as well. On 1st and 10, Prescott. Pressure, and he's going to be taken down. They sack him back right around the 44. Jalen Ferguson able to run him down for a loss of 12 that time. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete. We remind you that coming up in 2 minutes, we'll again head down to visit with Jonathan Coachman in Orlando, back for another year. He'll have scores from around the NFL here on this opening weekend. Now a pass hauled in downfield. That one nearly 30 yards, 29 officially. So the defense blitzed. A nice job picking that up, completing the pass.
And how in sync was the quarterback in his center on that play? They saw the blitz, made the appropriate calls, got the line engaged, because now they know there are going to be extra guys coming at the quarterback, so they got their assignments down pat and kept them away from it, and he's able to step up in the pocket and fire one now for a really good strike.
And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field.
Holding offense.
So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
They'll come up now on a 2nd and long after the hold. Prescott from the gun. That's complete to Williams out of the backfield. A good pickup there, 18 yards as they get closer for 3rd down. The 8th play of the drive coming up. It's 3rd and 3. They'll try to pick up the first with Eckler. And he'll have the first down, getting this one to the 14-yard line. Now the Vikings will use the 2nd of their timeouts, as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. Could we get a touchdown in this first half after all? It's 1st and 10. Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. Tight end Herb Smith, the intended receiver, and it's 2nd down. An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. And this is Cook with a grab. Another good completion on the drive as the Vikings have a first down. So it's 1st and goal, and a great opportunity to get that lead back before the break.
Check it out. Switch.
They'll run with Cook, and he'll go backwards, losing yardage to the 5. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's 2nd down. Back at the 5-yard line now, 2nd and goal. Prescott now looking end zone, but it's incomplete. Nothing doing there as the 13th play of the drive proves to be unlucky.
It's been my observation there's been a nice variety of play calling defensively. You and I often talk about an offense's ability to keep a defense off balance with what they're doing. I think the converse has been true in this game.
I think you're right. They seem to have gone off tendency quite a bit, but only the 2nd quarter, a lot of time to change things.
57's the mic. Watch 57.
Prescott on 3rd and goal. And he is going to go down. Back at the 11-yard line. Derek Wolfe popping in for the sack. Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half. So 3 seconds here remain in the half. On is the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points. Marr able to put this one through. And that will do it for this first half. So we've reached halftime here on opening weekend as we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA. All right, we will save the Week 1 highlights and apparently get right back to the action here in the 3rd. We'll see if Week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the 2nd half.
Let's go, fellas.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. They have a chance to break our tie here as we get a look at the first drive of quarter 3.
And it's such a tone setter, isn't it? Because both sides trying to seize momentum to begin the half. What do they have dialed up that'll give them an advantage to move the ball downfield?
Let's find out what they have dialed up. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3. Now Prescott. And he goes down. The Ravens able to get to him. Jalen Ferguson able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
We are seeing 2 really confident defenses imposing their will on these offenses in this game.
Yeah, absolutely, going toe for toe. Just curious if one of these offenses can wake up a little bit.
Is there any way they can find something that can pop, something big to knock them back on their heels?
He's going to air one out, and that will be incomplete.
That has not been the best game for him, but he definitely tried to get by with a little help from his friend there, trying to create a big play.
Couldn't do it, fell incomplete, but you're right, hasn't been a banner game here in the second half, just trying to get going.
Big thing is trying to keep confidence up and continue to fire.
Let's go.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. These guys had to punt last time. It has not been a very fruitful game offensively thus far. They haven't even made a trip to the red zone.
And I know that everyone's going crazy on that sideline because that drives you berserk to come off the field, not really move the ball well. As you said, not even get to the red zone, let alone, not even put points on the board. They've got to just take a deep breath, relax, try and figure out what is working and call more of that.
Another throw on 2nd down, and this one incomplete as well. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. Over the middle, complete. It's Andrews. And he'll be stopped right at midfield. A big one there for the Ravens. It goes for 18.
And he's the epitome of what we call the move tight end. A guy that you can line up anywhere. In the slot, out wide, in tight. Doesn't really matter because he has such great skills. You want to utilize him in all aspects of your passing offense.
And there he was in the slot for the catch.
Mike 5-4, Mike 5-4, Mike 5-4.
From midfield now, here's Jackson. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, 3rd down. They come up to the line now facing a 3rd and 10 after the incompletion. Jackson from the shotgun. And he comes back with one complete. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40.
One of the advantages of zone defense, as I remember it, is being able to see the play develop in front of you. One of the disadvantages, when they find those levels where they can hit you with it, sometimes behind the corner and in front of the safety, it makes it tough to defend.
And they're able to get this one past the 30 to the 25-yard line. That one good for 13 and a Raven 1st down. Jackson now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10. Now a give right side. Dobbins. And he'll keep it moving down to the 15-yard line. A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be 2nd down. Back to the ground, this time with Ingram. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. 7 yards on the pickup there, and now they'll have it 1st and goal. Might we see our first touchdown of the game? Here's 1st and goal. Throwing is Jackson. Incomplete, but a penalty flag is down in the backfield. Let's get the call. So that one a hold right guard.
And you understand why offensive and defensive linemen probably go to martial arts schools and work on their hands so often, because that can be the make or break difference on a play. This time he had to grab a jersey in order to make the play happen. Got caught for the penalty.
And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line. It'll be a pickup of just 2, and that'll make it 2nd and goal. On 2nd down, Dobbins looking for a crease, can't find one. Stopped at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain that time, and now it's 3rd and goal. This has been a long drive. You got to figure a field goal would be a letdown. Can they convert now on 3rd and goal? Quick hitter here. It's complete. And Andrews lost the football. And the Vikings pick up the football. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. And at this stage in the game, sure, you wanted the touchdown. You're already in the... So out comes the field goal team now for the second time here today. And Tucker's kick right there. It's good. And they will take the lead here in this battle of field goals. It's 6-3. So another good job defensively because they've allowed 3 trips into the red zone, but only the 2 field goals.
Yeah, that's the bend but don't break, isn't it? And they really didn't get broken at all because if you're running off the field having allowed 2 field goals and 3 trips in the red zone, you've actually come out ahead.
Yeah, flip it over to the other side. The offense, they'll hope to cash in for 6 next trip. Now the Vikings offense works their way back onto the field. And with the way this offense has played thus far, to be frank, they got to feel pretty grateful to be in the ball game.
I would agree with you totally because they've done all of nothing offensively in this game, yet they still find themselves in a position on this drive where a touchdown can give them the lead. They need to take advantage of it.
And they're still looking for that first touchdown here in the 3rd quarter. All they have so far, the field goal. Here's a 2nd and 5 now from the 25. A toss to Cook. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Give him 18 there and give the Vikings a first down. Following the good run by Cook, here's another 1st and 10. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. On 2nd and 12, Prescott, complete. Smith has it. And he'll go down, and that will do it for the 3rd quarter of action. Back now in Baltimore. It's been a very hotly contested game to this point. Just a field goal separating these 2 teams as we get set for the 4th quarter. Here's Prescott. He'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
Here we go.
When you run a screen pass really well, you got to like the look of it because so many parts come together to make it work well. The offensive linemen where they're faking people out, the back slipping out there, catching the football, then all of them going together as one unit downfield. A really nice pickup.
That is caught inside the 5. And he will score. Touchdown, Vikings. A 20-yard touchdown. And the Vikings are going to retake the lead.
I know these wide receivers are about flash and dash and high-flying plays, but a good number of them played running back at some point in their career, and that's how they finish off a lot of their big plays, run after the catch.
And this time he finishes off the big play in the end zone. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Baltimore offense at the line set to get going. Their defense has done the job. Now it's the offense's turn as they've got it 1st and 10. He sets into heavy traffic and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 39. And a huge return as he'll take this one all the way down inside the 30-yard line. Scoring has really been at a premium, and Charles, you got to tip your cap to this defense coming in here. Their offense too, but this whole team coming in here on the road, getting a hard-fought win.
I think the way that they're finishing this one up, an exclamation point on a terrific game. As you noted, hard for them to put points on the board, and they hold them down one more time and finalize things.
So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. They run it again with Cook. And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that'll make it 3rd down.
Now, obviously, that's some good work there defensively, being able to stop them and bringing up a key third down. But if you're on the offensive side of the ball, there's an opportunity, because I know what defensive guys are thinking right now. Just stop them, get to the ball. That means they might not be sound defensively. There could be some opportunities.
And you said key third down. Highlight that word. Put it in bold. Here we go. So first and goal, 6 points here would go a long way toward wrapping this one up. Now a give running right. It's Cook. And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. Only a yard on the pickup there. Second and goal. Second and goal from inside the 5. They'll run here with Eckler. And he'll get in. Touchdown, Minnesota. Taking it in from 4 yards out. And the Vikings capitalize on the short field as they take it in for 6. The point after through the raindrops, up and good. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Following the touchdown, here's Marr to kick it away. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And last time wasn't pretty. One play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on first down. That pass play wound up for negative yardage, so here's second and 11. Here's Jackson to throw. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4. The Ravens on third down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. This will be 3rd and 6. From the gun, it's Jackson. And unable to connect, incomplete. Now give them credit, they took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. He gets it to Brown, complete. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. So they really needed points here in a 2-score game. Could not come away with anything there on 4th.
And while we know they're a little bit discouraged here, they can't check out of this game. You and I have called a good number of games over the course of our career where we've seen these types of situations. Teams get the ball back, and that miracle does occur. So they can't let that dream go just yet. They have to get stout on defense here.
Yeah, right now really hoping for a turnover. And he's going to be down close to a first down at the Ravens' 19-yard line.
Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they want to put the onus on the big fellas up front in order to bring this one home.
And he's got his man on the out route. And he'll be out of bounds, taking it just shy of the 10 at the 11 or the 12. They give him 7 yards on the play, and they do pick up the conversion on 3rd down. First down, here's the run with Cook. And here he'll get it down to the 7. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4. Clock continuing to run. They'll probably wind this all the way before snapping it on 2nd down. Again, it's Cook. And this time he's not going anywhere. They'll get him down right at the line of scrimmage. They'll say no gain on the play there, and now it'll be 3rd down. The Vikings on 3rd down, 5 out of 9 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5. Out of the gun, here's Prescott. And he's going to be taken down, sacked back around the 18-yard line. Derek Wolfe picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
So the Vikings in possession of the football as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. So they settle for just the 3, but clearly right now anything helps trying to salt this one away in the 4th.
Without a doubt, obviously a touchdown probably would have been the final nail to finish this thing off, but it's still 8 up time, got points. So while it's not mission accomplished, it's darn close.
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. And on that last drive, went for it on fourth, turned it over. A good job by their defense, though. They held them to 3, but this offense, they've got to be a little bit better, a little bit more careful here.
And sometimes when you see these calls on fourth down, when they decide to go for it, it's not necessarily the coach saying, I believe in my offense. Sometimes the coach saying, I believe in my defense. I can afford to go for it here, because if we don't get it, I don't think we'll give up more than 3. And that's exactly what happened there.
You think that factored in?
I do. I think that he had that in his mind going into the game, that I'm going to be aggressive on offense because I know I've got a defense that can hold up their end.
That'll be taken in there by Miles Boykin. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. To throw is Jackson. Got a man on the right sideline. That's low. A really nice gain of 25 yards. Clock management definitely critical here if they want to get back in this game.
Absolutely agreed. They have to up the tempo in this case, down a couple of scores. Want to make sure they have a chance to win this ball game.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. Hollywood Brown, the intended receiver. That'll bring up second down. Line of scrimmage, the 31 as they line up, 2nd and 10. To throw again, Jackson. That is caught at the 7. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. Here's Jackson. And this is caught now for a late touchdown. So hold everything here. This one's not over yet. Okay, game on. Don't go anywhere yet. You got a one-score game now. It took them an extra look, but they found out it is a touchdown indeed. The official says this one counts. Tucker able to connect on the extra point. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this fourth quarter. So with under 30 seconds to play, this is the game right here. And this is going to be recovered by the hands team. And that should just about put a capper on this one. Well, fourth quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we've brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
They'll run on first down. Cook, he's got the first down here inside the 30. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go in the football game. They run again on first down. Cook. The Ravens going to use the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 18 seconds remaining. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. From the gun, it's a give to Cook. Ravens going to use their 3rd and final timeout as they stop it with 14 seconds to go in the game. The Ravens bring out an extra defensive back here on 3rd. Another tote for the workhorse this afternoon. It's Cook. And they're going to get him down well short of the first as he can only get this to about the 19. 3 yards won't be enough here as that'll bring up 4th down. So the final seconds have ticked away in this Minnesota victory.